righty. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving Eve from Wimberley across the world. I see my friend Scott O'Connor in Arizona has checked in, and Scott Patch up in Schoodic Lake, Maine. Oh, man, I miss Schoodic. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We weren't planning on doing this show until just a couple of days ago, because, I did my November show at Blue Rock last week, and that went great. It was really great production and good lights and sound. My mom said it was the best sound she'd ever heard on a live stream. And it was fun, but, I kind of missed my crazy little, the live streams from my little office here when I get to show my little, my pictures, my slides, my AV. And then just 3 days ago, I got a message through the website that got me thinking. A guy named Steve wrote, he said, "My wife Virginia and I have been coming to see you at the Saxon for Thanksgiving Eve show for many years, and we're hoping you'll do a virtual version of the show that night." Well, that got me thinking. It sure is a great tradition to, I think 13 out of the last 15 years we've been playing a Thanksgiving Eve show at the Saxon Pub in Austin. And over the next few years, we added the Mucky Duck in Houston on Friday and San Antonio at Sam's Burger Joint on Saturday. And it's a great tradition, and we're just really honored, honored that folks have incorporated our shows into their holiday traditions. It's really great to see everyone coming back year after year. So sad that we can't be in person together this year, but we're going to make the best of it with a virtual show here. So let's see, we'll start with a song that was requested anonymously earlier today, I think, or maybe yesterday. Good song to do now that the elections are over, a song about how disillusioning politics can be. Stephen King wrote the liner notes to my album that this song was on, and he called this song harsh, sarcastic, and reluctantly optimistic. It's about right. Surrogates and shadowy henchmen galore, party hacks and swift-boat and talk show whores. Look at all the lies it takes the job of making kings. You can't own the truth, you just gotta conceive it. Put it on the television screen, tell believe it. It's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. We wonder how our leaders would ever deceive us, while the profiteers count their cash and praise Jesus. The press sings another chorus of let freedom reign. We send our boys away to come home in parts, believe the lies with all our hearts. It's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. Dissension is a song only fools and traitors sing. Just look at all the benefits your global economy brings. Today we sing the Gilded Ages song, the 20th century's dead and gone. It's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. Live in a land of hope and betrayal. I get up each morning and try to tell the tale, and so until my dying day, whatever fate may bring. A dark age looms, there's evil at hand. Somehow I still believe in the goodness of man. It's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing. Well, all right. Karen hasn't run down the stairs to tell me something's dreadfully wrong. Let me check a few things here. Check the websites. Stream is healthy. I like seeing that. All right, I think we can continue. Let me just get another screen up here. All right. All looks good. Excellent. All right, so as I was a kid, all through my childhood, up until the time I moved to Texas with Karen, we spent Thanksgiving at my grandparents' house on the coast of Maine. I showed a picture of Round Pond, Maine last month on the last month's stream, the October stream. I had my mic off, so I couldn't give credit for the picture. This is a picture of the harbor of Round Pond, Maine, taken by Buddy Poland, a lobsterman, on his way out at 4 a.m. And my mom lives right around the corner. Hi, Mom. Oh, and by the way, Cork, Ireland is where I started as a busker on November 18th, 1985 was when I first stepped out onto that street and started singing songs and becoming a singer-songwriter. That's Tony, our Pachin connection in the middle, and my old friend Bill McCann on the penny whistle joining me that day on my pitch. Let's see. Hit the wrong button. I have my mom's Thanksgiving menu. She's being careful, thankfully. She's 80 years old. She's in this little town, and the whole town is watching out for her, and they're all being real careful. And she's going to cook for herself oven-roasted, bacon-wrapped water chestnuts, Glidden Point select oysters on the half shell. Those are the best oysters in the world, Glidden Point. Full-bore Chinese fried rice with all the fixins. I don't even know what that is. But my mom went to China about 10 years ago. I haven't even been to China. And homemade tart cherry pie. That sounds great, Mom. I wish I could be with you for Thanksgiving dinner. That sounds so good. Well, all right. We got a kind of a holiday-themed song written by my friend Mark Farrington. A song about the generations and about growing older and wiser. And a song about family and autumn. Here we are, family and autumn. This goes out to our old friend Manny, who requested it back in April, I think. Across the road down at the bottom of the field, there's a rusty tractor, Eastery John Deere. It's been there since my daddy's daddy was a boy. The engine quit and there she sits like an old forgotten toy. And further on down where the white birches grow, Grandpa used to take me for his favorite evening show. He said he liked to watch the leaves fall from the trees. I kinda think he just liked being with me. I used to think that time was something that never changed. I used to think that life was always easy. Now I know that seasons change, and so must I. And I've grown to love November skies. November skies. smile down on me. Let the winds of change come set me free. November skies try to ease my tired mind, but I know that the winter winds aren't far behind. I used to tag along while Grandpa did his chores. I still remember wrestling with that squeaky old barn door. Seems I'd always end up getting in his way. He'd just shake his head and smile, and he always let me stay. I used to think that time was something that never changed. I used to think that life was always easy. Now I know that seasons change, and so must I. I've grown to love November skies. November skies, smile down on me. Let the winds of change come set me free. November skies try to ease my tired mind, but I know that the winter winds aren't far behind. Yes, I know that the winter winds aren't far behind. All righty, November skies. Well, I talked about busking a few minutes ago, and when I got back from Ireland, I finished up college down in Boston and then moved to Portland, Maine, where I started busking in the summer of 1987. And I think that's where one night when I was playing on a street corner down on the Old Port, down on Exchange Street, two homeless guys shuffled up in front of me, and they were very polite, and they listened, and they started throwing some money into my case. And I thought, man, I really am starting out at the bottom here. And a few years later, I wrote a song about that experience, pretty much word for word what happened. I haven't done this song in a long time. I can't sing it in the key I wrote it with 30-odd years ago. Let's see, I changed the key, and I got to get the lyrics up here. And somebody requested this a while back. Ross and Sue asked for this song a while back. I hope they're listening tonight. This is the song that helped me win the Kerrville Folk Festival New Folk Award, too, in 1992. Willie of the wind hobbled onto my pitch with a toothless smile and a persistent itch. The Celt tagged along with his nose like a witch, and they offered me a swig of his wine. I politely declined. I drink whiskey, I said, and in a drunken slow motion he tilted his head, smiled his approval, took the bottle of red, and leaned back against the one-way sign. Willie of the wind was only skin and bone. He had nobody, he had no home. He gave me $1 and I gave him a song, and the next night Willie of the wind was gone. I was working for spare change on the corner that night when Willie and the Celt blew into my sight. They were trying to stand up with all of their might, passing the bottle back and forth again. I said, this is a freebie, as he threw me a bill, and it occurred to me with a shivering chill that a stroke of luck was all that stood still between me and Willie of the wind. And Willie of the wind was only skin and bone. He had nobody, he had no hope. He gave me $1 and I gave him a song, and the next night Willie of the wind was gone. And we used to rock this song out with the Moxie Men in Portland. Any Moxie Men fans out there? He had a slur on the lip, but his eyes were bright, and Willie sang with me under the street lamplight. He was singing as he melted back into the night, and I never did see him again. Oh, I never did see him again. And Willie of the Wind was only skin and bone. He had nobody, he had no home. He gave me $1 and I gave him a song. Yeah, he gave me $1 and I gave him a song. And the next night Willie of the Wind was gone. That's right, he said, my name is Willie, Willie of the Wind. Is that the best name for a street person ever? Man, that was quite a night. All right, I got to check on something now here. Just a minute now. All righty, I'm checking my notes. Everything seems to be going well. Nobody's complaining in the chat. We're doing Facebook and YouTube. Karen's on the chat there, taking care of people's questions. All right, we're going to stay in New England for one more song. A song requested by Jackie and Thomas, Ray for his son Matt, and my old friends Dom and Liz, my biggest fans in Newcastle, England. I'm guessing they're not watching tonight because it's like almost 2 in the morning there, I believe. But maybe they'll catch this on the replay in the future. If you're watching from the future, Dom and Liz, nice to see you. Glad you could tune in from Newcastle. Song I wrote with Dave Farnsworth, who lives in South Royalton, Vermont. Whoops, wait a minute. Got to get another screen up here. You're on the other side of the world tonight. Let me start that again. I played the wrong chord. You're on the other side of the world tonight, but under the same cold stars. And tonight I'll dream you right back home to this little life of ours. We'll walk hand in hand through fields of green, just like we did last year. But it's so hard to wake up every day and watch as your dreams disappear. It's quiet here, your little boy's asleep. He looks more like you every day. Oh, won't you come back, my darling. Each night I pray on bended knee. Won't you come back to the green mountains and me? I see a car winding up the driveway up to your parents' place. The old man looks up from his raking as the color drains from your mama's face. She's crying softly by the window now as your daddy shakes the soldier's hand. Their taillights disappear into the woods below, and he's frozen in the doorway where he stands. In the twilight, in the silent snow, I hear you singing in my ear. Oh, won't you come back, my darling. Each night I pray on bended knee. Won't you come back to the green mountains and me? Well, the seasons come and the seasons go, and we live from day to day. And I lose a little bit of myself with each tear I wipe away. People on the street used to stop and talk. Now they look down and walk on by. Won't you come back, my darling? Each night I pray on bended knee. Won't you come back to the Green Mountains and me? Green Mountains and me. All right. I see a healthy chat going on there. It's like Karen's taking care of everybody. I'm going to stay in New England for one more song, going from Vermont over New Hampshire to the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. Song I wrote with my buddy Rod Picott. You've heard me talk about Rod. You know, Rod just put out a CD. I think it has 25 songs on it, all songs that we wrote together over the years, over 30 years. The Slaid Cleaves co-writes. It's coming out soon, so go to rodpicott.com to check that out. We wrote this one thinking about his dad. It was a Navy welder at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. My father was a welder down at the Navy Yard, up in the North Atlantic, where the winters come down hard. A union job, some overtime, nobody would complain. He went to work with humble pride through the snow and rain. Some things you're born to, some things you gotta learn. My father built his world on bone, muscle, and blood, and welding burns. This goes out to Kevin Connell and Scott Gardeski. After work there was some drinking, it'd get a little rough, just to knock the edges off, but he never got enough. He'd hang his coat up by the door and light a cigarette. Mama'd take the supper out and turn off the TV set. Some things you're born to, some things you gotta learn. My father built his world on bone, muscle, and blood, and welding burns. I can see him down at Lee's Mills Pond with the August sun warming her brown skin. He promised he'd take her away, but I think he knew even way back then, way back then. Mama said they're hiring, no need to graduate. Maybe your dad can make a call, maybe your dad can make a call to the 788. I always thought I'd get away, I thought I would rise above. I don't remember anymore what I was dreaming of. Some things you're born to, some things you'd better learn. My father was born bone, muscle, and blood, welding burns. Some things you're born to, some things you gotta learn. My father built his world on bone, muscle, and blood, welding burns. I see my old friend Carly is there in the chat. Good to see you, Carly. Oh, let's see, what next here? We'll do another one I wrote with Rod. This one, I wrote an early version of this song. It was just kind of lame, and he took it over the top for me. Called The Sinner's Prayer. This goes out to Rick Converse. He's been a faithful live stream fan over the last few months. How are you out there, Rick? Even sent us some honey in the mail the other day. That was a nice gift. Sinner's Prayer goes out to Rick and Doug Mitchell, who said he first heard Sinner's Prayer on late night radio out of Bellevue, Washington. Ooh, that's a spooky song to hear in the middle of the night with Garth Morlix on the guitar and the album version, Rick Richards on drums, the late Ian McLagan on the Hammond organ, and Charles Arthur on guitar. That's a great track. I'm not living like I should. I used to be a better man. The sinner's prayer upon my lips, a broken promise in my hand. I know that there will come a day, a heavy price I'll have to pay. I keep pretending to be good. I'm not living like I should. I'm not living like I should. I've let the mystery slip away, and I goes by in dreamless sleep. I'm chasing foolish things all day. I walk this town just like a ghost. I don't know what I miss the most. I believe in something if I could. I'm not living like I should. When people see me on the street, they think they see an honest man. Well, they don't know what lies beneath. Well, some of them would understand. They know the soul and what it hides. You sometimes see it in their eyes. A guilty man where a child once stood. I'm not living like I should. I'm not living like I should. The wolves howl, the robin sings. The world keeps spinning round and round. I wait for mercy's angel wings. Another day, another year. Death keeps whispering in my ear. I say a prayer, I knock on wood. I'm not living like I should. I'm not living like I should. I used to be a better man. A sinner's prayer upon my lips, an empty promise in my hand, a squandered gift, a wasted day. Time chases life away. I always wanted to be good. I'm not living like I should. I'm not living like I should. I'm not living like I should. The Sinner's Prayer. I played those out of sequence. Got another minor key song coming up called Cold and Lonely by request. And I see that Karen has come down from the main house. You doing okay? You all right? Okay. I thought word she had some news for me about something going wrong, but I think everything is going okay. It's going great. Cold and Lonely for Shirley King. We're doing a bunch of songs that I have not done yet this year on the live stream, so a lot of brushing up, a lot of making sure that I have the lyrics handy just in case. Lyrics up for this one. Cold and Lonely. Oh, I need a harp for this one. Make sure I got the right one here. I wrote this out in an old, almost abandoned farmhouse that a friend of mine owned. Old David John let me go out there and write songs, and it was a cold, lonely old place. It was just me and Huddy, our dog. Cold and lonely, I'm still on the farm. Cold and lonely, I never met anybody hard. We lost children, it was too much for my wife. doctor, but the doctor says she'll die. Cold and lonely, one more kiss goodbye. The Bible says you reap what you sow. I gave everything I had, and nothing left to show. Cold and lonely, time just drifting by. Wind is spinning, taking souls up to the sky. Springtime's coming, but I won't be there. Just cover my bones and give me a little prayer. Cover my bones and sing me a little prayer. There's a note out on my harp. That wasn't my fault. That was the harp. All right, Cold and Lonely. You know, we made a video of that song almost, I think about 20 years ago. We went out to the house where I wrote the song. And my friend Malcolm Welburn, also known as Papa Molly, had just got a new digital camcorder. And it was just when digital recorders were coming out, so the what do you call it? The resolution isn't great, but it's a really well-made amateur video. It's on YouTube, Cold and Lonely. Check it out. We got some real actors. My friend Sarah Bork Hamilton and Nathan Hamilton, the singer. They both had some acting experiences, and they did great. And the band was there, Ivan Brown and Garth Morlix, and we're going to do a song now that Ivan and Garth wrote with their wives, Brandy and Kristen, years ago about Ivan's youngest son. This little character named Zane. He was 6 years old at the time, and they wrote a song about him called "He's Old, He's 6." I got a picture of Ivan somewhere around here. Where's old Ivan? There's old Ivan Brown on the upright bass. At a gig somewhere years ago, and that's Ivan on the bass, literally. He was known when he got excited to hop up on the bass in a solo. And I got a picture of little Zane here. There's Zane. That's a great picture of Zane on the set of the video shoot for Cold and Lonely. He was an extra, and he did a great job. And as you can see, he's just a chip off the old block, Ivan and Zane. So we're gonna do "He's Old, He's 6," and this is it's another Rick Converse requested song. Rick requests a lot of songs, bless his heart, but hey, he sends us honey in the mail. And well, look, we've got a special guest for "He's Old, He's 6." Karen Cleaves is not doing the chat for a few minutes. She's gonna sing this song. I'm a little crowded into my desk here. Are you okay? No, you come up. No, you come up this way.
Okay.
All right, this is a song that Ivan and Kristen and Garth and Brandy wrote when I was off on tour.
I know we missed it.
He's old, he's 6. He's old, he's 6. He speaks his mind, he plays tricks. He tells his mom that God is a chick. He's old, he's 6. He's tough like bricks. He likes to get in there and mix. He'll stand his ground and he'll take his licks. He's tough, he's 6. Mom, is this real? I'm not sure how I feel. I hear the monster shout, Dad, Dad, I'm freaking out. He's wild, he's 6, gotta do it now. Pokes things with sticks, yeah. Nothing he won't do to get a sugar fix. He's wild, he's 6. Oh, here's where Ivan would stand on his bass while Charles or somebody played the solo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mom, is this real? I'm not sure how I feel. I hear the monster shout, Dad, 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 I'm freaking out. He's wild, he's 6. Pokes things with sticks. Nothing he won't do to get a sugar fix. He's wild, he's 6. He's tough, he's 6. He's old, he's 6. How about a hand for Miss Karen Cleaves, doing double duty on the chat and singing harmony.
All right.
Thanks for doing that, Kay. Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah. All right, be careful on the stairs there.
Stop.
Yeah. All righty. Well, oh, that was fun. A lot of yay Karens out there in the chat. Yeah. We got a song now. Another song I didn't write. One I put on the unsung record. That's all, a whole record of songs by friends of mine. And I don't know this guy really well, but I've seen his show a few times, and man, he's great. This is a song by Melvin Taylor, who's got a great sense of humor. Yes, he does play the ukulele, and that's his band, the Fabulous Meltones. If you ever get a chance to see Melvin Taylor and his Fabulous Meltones, I think they only play in the Boston area, but they're really great. Highly recommended bar band. And I love this song of his that I recorded years ago. This is called Working Stiff, and let's see, this goes out to Mark and Becky, newly retired in Florida, rubbing it in our faces with the Working Stiff song there for Mark and Becky. All right, Mark and Becky. Get repositioned. Where do all the sailors go when their ships don't come in? They're all working in a 5-foot box, filing folders and punching clocks. And what became of what's her name? She could sing like a bird. Someone said that she was getting out, packed up her things and then she headed south, singing, I always thought I would be somebody, and I never thought it would come to this. Now I'm just another working stiff. Where did all the daydreams go? I only know that they're gone. Just another of the things I've lost, and now I mind my manners when I'm talking to the boss, because I always thought I would be somebody, and I never thought it would come to this. Now I'm just another working stiff. Now I'm just another working stiff. Melvin Taylor and his Fabulous Meltones. What a melody. Oh, I see that my friend Otis Gibbs is in the chat. Otis, how you doing, buddy? I was listening to your record while I did my workout today. I love his new record. I just happen to have it here, actually. Otis Gibbs, Hoosier National. Go out and buy it. It's a fantastic record, the best record I've heard in a long time. Full of anthems about a country in trouble, and stories about hobos and biker builders, and old punk rockers and old folk singers. And oh man, it's a great record. Let's see. We got a song for Richard Smith and Blenny, both of whom have been very generous and been attending most of these live streams all year long, and I've seen them. I think I saw them at the very same show one time, a show in Vermont. I believe Blenny and Richard were both there. They asked for the song Gone that I wrote with my friend Nicole St. Pierre, who lives in South Berwick, Maine, where we both grew up together, along with Rod Picott. Nicole wrote this song with me, and it's based on something that her grandmother used to say. Gotta get in the right key here. All right. I was going on 12 and she was just 9, passing around her little valentines with the devil dancing there in her eye, teasing someday she would be my bride. I said, you're just a little girl, now go on. And as soon as I turned around, there she was gone. There she was gone. I started thinking about her every day. I was singing the young love song. There she was gone. We're out of school now and she's my girl, but a restless soul needs to see the world. I search for a promise in those dancing eyes. Would she settle down by my side? She whispers in my ear, babe, you can't hold on. So I opened up my arms, and there she was gone. There she was gone. I was searching for her night and day. I was singing a lovesick song. There she was gone. Now we're mom and dad with a girl of our own, growing like a weed in this happy home. She's got that devil in her mama's blue eyes. No one realizes how time flies. Until the house is still, no more little girl songs. One day she turned around, and there she was gone. I'm an old man now, she's still my girl, spends her days in a long gone world. There's a darker devil hiding in her eyes, telling her she's someone else's wife. She looks at me and says, mister, what's wrong? And right before my eyes, there she is gone. There she was gone. I was searching for her every day. I was singing the worried man's song. There she was gone. There she was gone. Oh, I'll think about her all my days. I'll be singing an old love song. There she was gone. Alrighty. Song I wrote with Nicole St. Pierre. Thanks, Nicole. We got to write a new song this winter. Let's work on it. We've got a few more months before we hit the road again. All right. I've had, since I've been singing that song for the past several years, I've had quite a few people come up and tell me how much that song meant to them because they had a loved one who suffered a decline in dementia. I'm sure, I don't know anyone directly, nobody in my family, but I did lose a friend just a couple of days ago. Our friend Hal Ketchum passed away after several years of dealing with this illness. And I'm so lucky that I got to meet him just about 4 years ago. I got to meet him for the first time, and we got to write a song together at his house. Let's see, I've got a picture. That's right about when I hung out with him. The picture was taken 4 or 5 years ago. Those are the oak trees that we were under, sitting at a picnic table, writing songs. I just met him, and I said to him, Hal, it seems like you've been absent from the scene for a while, you know, but he had just put out a brand new record of original songs and was working on the next record already. I said, you know, what was it that got you out of hibernation? And he said, well, I learned that when you find that you're digging yourself into a hole, if you want to get out, the first thing you got to do is put the shovel down. Well, I said, Hal, that sounds like the song we're going to write today. And sure enough, he cracked open a Budweiser 16-ouncer, and the lines started coming, and I started writing them down, and by the end of the day, I figured we had enough, and I brought it home, and it took me a while to piece it all together, but put the shovel down. We got it. Way back in Black Oak County, I knew a troubled soul. This cowboy couldn't get out of his own way. A chip upon his shoulder, quick to lose control, digging himself deeper every day. Losing friends and family, stumbling along, kicked out of every drinking hole in town. Every day just singing that same old jukebox song, until he learned to put the shovel down. Some guys keep right on digging, you could say they're trouble bound. If you want to get out of the hole you're in, the first thing you gotta do is put the shovel down. Well, I don't mean to be a preacher, and I know that I'm no saint. You can ask all the people I have hurt. But what I've got to say, boys, you can take or leave. Quit your digging and climb up out of the dirt. Some guys keep right on digging, you could say they're trouble bound. If you want to get out of the hole you're in, the first thing you gotta do is put the shovel down. Well, I woke up this morning, watched the climbing sun. I counted up my blessings one by one, and I will be here standing when that sun goes down, because I learned put the shovel down. Some guys keep right on digging, you could say they're trouble bound. Some guys just won't stop digging till they're 6 feet underground. Some guys keep right on digging, there's no mystery I've found. If you want to get out of the hole you're in, the first thing you gotta do is put the shovel down. Co-write with old Hal Ketchum. We'll sure miss him. I wish I went and hunted him down earlier. We could have written a bunch of songs, but I was too starstruck, too shy. Where are we at here now? Let's see. Well, yeah, I haven't put the tip jar up yet because, you know, we did some tips earlier this month, but if you do want to go to the merch page, we do have t-shirts and koozies and hats and, of course, CDs. We're all out of vinyl, sorry. We got a new piece of merch in the works. We're hoping to show you a prototype today, but there's the tip jar just in case you got all the merch you need and you still want to give a tip. And before you give us a tip, please think about the venues that should be having us, would normally be having us, hosting us on this Thanksgiving weekend. The Saxon Pub is closed now, but they have gift certificates. You can give them $100 now and use it to go to a show when they open back up next year. And they have really cool t-shirts there too. The Monkey Duck and Sam's Burger Joint, they're doing limited seating shows and takeout food, I believe. So if you live in Houston, or San Antonio, you can support them through the lean winter here. And this is the new merch we're working on. Working on a songbook. Here's one page. It's got chord charts and all the chords and all the places they're supposed to be. It'll be in a ringed binder, so you can open it up and it'll be open to both pages. And we're working on that. If you sign up on our mailing list, which is a good idea, then you'll know about all the live streams coming up, and you'll know about the new merch coming up, hopefully in the next week or two. We'll get that going. And now we're going to do a song, using the royal we here, that I almost always do, only do, this time of year. This is the dividing line. I don't do it before Thanksgiving Eve, but we start doing our Christmas holiday songs. They're not carols, but they're Christmas songs that I really like, that I've liked for a long time, and they're not the songs you'd hear at the H-E-B in Texas, or at the Brookshire, or at the Hannaford Brothers in Maine, or the Kroger everywhere else, and A&P. You're not going to hear these songs. So this is when we do them, and this is one of my favorite songs as a kid growing up. When I was a kid, it was just, no streaming, no VCRs, no TiVo, just a black and white TV, no color, no cable. This song came on one time a year, and if you missed it, too bad. You got to wait till next year. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. All right. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic on your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You've got termites in your smile. You've got all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile. You're a rotter, Mr. Grinch. You're the king of sinful sots. Your heart's a dead tomato washed with moldy purple spots, Mr. Grinch. You're a 3-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce. Oh, I wish Michael O'Connor was here to do a solo for me. You nauseate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nausea super nos. You're a crooked jerky jockey and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch. Your soul is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of rubbish imaginable, mangled up, entangled up knots. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, sing along at home now: stink, stank, stunk. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Words by Dr. Seuss. Can't remember the singer's name, but he was the voice of Tony the Tiger. Well, that's one holiday song. We'll do a couple of my songs and then close it out with a final holiday song. Hope you enjoyed that, everybody. Oh, let's see. We'll do something sweet for Karen. Karen's been doing the chat all night, and it's going between YouTube and Facebook. A little love song. How do you get the words? I haven't done this one yet this year. Well, maybe I did. All right, people digging the Grinch song. All right. Christmas album. I don't know. I'll have to find a bunch of cool Christmas songs before I do an album. You're not asking for diamonds, you don't want furs, you don't dream of silver and gold. All that you want is a chance. All you're asking is to be cherished, to be held and to hold. I got distracted by the stink steak stunk on the chat. You don't need, no, I'll start it over. You're not asking for diamonds, you don't want furs, you don't dream of silver and gold. All you're asking is to be cherished, to be held and to hold. You don't need me to come round solving your problems. You need more than blankets in the cold. All that you want is a chance to get closer, to be held and to hold. To be held and to hold is all that you ask. And still sometimes I fail at the task, when all that you want is a chance to get closer, to be held and to hold. I walk around blindly, I bumble along. In my heart I know that I'm wrong. It's a cold consolation, I'm sorry again. One more time the same story told. All that you want is a chance to get closer, to be held and to hold. To be held and to hold is all that you ask. And still sometimes I fail at the task, when all that you want is a chance to get closer, to be held and to hold. When all that you want is a chance to get closer, to be held and to hold. Oh, sweet little song there for Karen. Yeah, let's see, what do we got next? We got a request for Mark via the website. If you're on the mailing list, you know, we'll send a mailer out once or twice a month, and you can just reply to that and get your request done. I don't really do the requests from the chats. It's too hard to monitor those. Mailing list is the way to go. Or you can just go to my website, go to the contact page, and there's something called Ask Slaid a Question there. And I think that's where this song came from. And oh, I should mention that if you're on YouTube, if you could hit that thumbs up button just below the video, there's a little blue thumbs up. I see that 71 people have hit thumbs up and 281 people are watching. Fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. But if you hit if everybody hits that thumbs up, the blue thumbs up on YouTube, then YouTube shows it to a lot more people. That happened a couple months ago. So please hit those thumbs up, folks. No Angel Knows is for Mark. On a desert highway, an old Chevrolet, my engine dying, trying to get away, thinking about the consequences of the road I chose. Now I know no angel knows. She was no angel, a woman of the world. I thought I'd learn from this mystery girl. She pulled a diamond from this heart of coal. Now I know no angel knows. No angel knows the man. No angel knows the suffering of love. No angel knows the sins of a broken vow. Now I know what no angel knows. Well, I held her close with all my might. I held her till her face turned white. Now my heart sleeps where the cold wind blows. Now I know what no angel knows. Faith walks on water, hope brings it home. I never thought I'd end up alone. I once had a true heart, that was long ago. Now I know, now I know. No angel knows the sins of a fallen man. No angel knows the suffering of love. No angel knows the shame of a broken vow. Now I know what no angel knows. I once had a true heart, that's how it goes. Now I know what no angel knows. All right, we got, looks like about 100 thumbs up during that song. Thank you so much for doing that. It helps get us viewed far and wide. Well, we're winding up here. Again, thank you so much for making our Thanksgiving Eve show part of your holiday tradition. And I hope to see you all at the Saxon Pub next Thanksgiving Eve, and the Mucky Duck on the Friday after, and Sam's Burger Joint in San Antonio on a Saturday after. Right, yeah. Maybe Sunday somewhere too, we're not sure. Anyway, we'll be out on the road hopefully by the middle of next year. We'll keep doing the streams every month or so. You can sign up on the mailing list to make sure you don't miss them. Oh, this is a nice one to wind down with. Hey, Sandy and Greg from Cleveland. Good to see you guys. Sandy and Greg been supporting me for a long time. They put my whole band up on their spare couches and bedrooms one time as we were passing through. I think Ivan and Oliver were with me, maybe. Good folks. Oh, man. Seeing lots of friends there. Barry Seidel in New York City. Hey, Barry, good to see your name there. This is a ecumenical gospel song. I better get the words to this. I haven't done this in a long time. That's all right. There's only one rule that you must heed. It conquers fear, hatred, and greed. It trumps all others, your soul to feed. There's only one rule you'll ever need. You could be Hindu, you may be Sikh. It makes no difference what tongue you speak. You could pray to Allah or be an atheist. You will be righteous if you remember this. It ain't the silver, it ain't the bronze. It's the foundation that all rests upon. No precious metal will save your soul. But if you seek glory, go for the gold. Now some so-called Christians from time to time forget this rule and become blind. They use their church to try and separate. when it's common ground that can make us great. Forget those silly little laws, the thou shalt nots on days of the week, how to dress and who stoned who, what you can and cannot eat. When you go home now, remember please to count your blessings down on your knees and make a promise to do the best you can to be a friend to your fellow man. It ain't the silver, it ain't the bronze, it doesn't matter what team you're on. No precious metal will save your soul, but if you seek glory, go for the gold. Alrighty. Oh, my old friend Ann McCoubry is here. Hey, Ann. March, how you doing, guys? Blenny is there. Oh, Blenny. Thanks, Blenny. Guthrie 95. I know that's somebody I know, Guthrie 95. Lauren Case, she's been on most of them. Thanks, guys, for turning in. We'll just do one last song. It's a goofy holiday song by the great Robert Earl Keen, and we always close the holiday weekend shows with this most irreverent of holiday classics. Sing along, all you Texans out there. Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. They were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Hey, Randy D, it's good to see you, buddy. Brother Ken brought his kids with him, the 3 from his first wife, Lynn, and the 2 identical twins in the second wife, Mary now. Of course, he brought his new wife, Kay, who talked all about AA, chain smoking as the stereo plays. Noel, Noel, the first Noel. Carve the turkey, put the ball game on, mix margaritas when the eggnog's gone. Send someone down to the Quick Mart store. We need some ice and an extension cord, a can of bean dip and some Diet Right, a box of tampons and some Marlboro Lights. Hallelujah, everybody say cheese. Merry Christmas from the family. All right, change the words a little bit to reflect my own family gatherings here. Jack and Sue came down from Harlingen. I can't remember how I'm kin to them, but when they tried to plug their motorhome in, they blew our Christmas lights. Uncle Dave knew just what went wrong, so we all stood out on the lawn. He threw the breaker and the lights came on, and we sang Silent Night, oh Silent Night. Carve the turkey, put the ball game on, mix Bloody Marys 'cause we all want one. Send someone down to the Stop and Go. We need some celery and a can of fake snow, a bag of lemons and some Diet Sprite, a box of tampons and some Salem Lights. Hallelujah, everybody say cheese. Merry Christmas from the family. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving, as much as they can without getting each other sick. Feliz Navidad. Thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to support your local venue. It's going to be a hard few months for them as they wait this out. I'm going to shut down and go over to the chat and say hello to a couple people. And I think we're going to do a stream in a few weeks in December, but I'm not sure. Keep an eye on the website or sign up on the mailing list. Let's see. I got to find the right scheme here. Oh, boy. Oh, there it is. Bye, everybody.